Hello and welcome to another episode of my video channel type thing. This video, if you didn't see on the title above me, it's Pokémon. See, do that trick again, it's good, isn't it? Technically another user submitted video, but the reason why I want to talk about Pokémon is because I love it. It's absolutely amazing. I can still watch a full episode to this day, I think. You know, Pokémon started in 1998 by a Japanese person that wrote it and did all the stuff, and he also directed it, and it's been going on now for 14 years, 13 years. Even from my childhood days, I can still remember episodes and storylines as well, so if it's got to be good, right, if I can remember those. In fact, I made a few lists of my stories, which I'd like to talk about. There's 5 stories I want to talk about. The first one is the Ghastly story. Ooh! I know, right? Most of the episodes I watched of Pokémon was videotaped by my granddad. Now the storyline as goes, Ash and crew trapped in a haunted ship. Ooh, what's gonna happen? I remember a Ghastly licking Charmander's face. That's right, I still remember the Pokémon, how good is that? Bit weird actually, because it's a bit weird, I think. You know, and all the ghost Pokémon trap Ash and the crew in a little, oh, it's crazy. I love that episode. One of the saddest stories I've seen, Pikachu versus Raichu. Oh, I think I nearly cried. When Pikachu sees a Raichu and they're like, oh, let's attack it, Ash is like, yeah, let's go, we can win this. And then Raichu completely owns Pikachu, and you're like, what? I love Pikachu, it's so, oh, I'm gonna cry. And then you're like, oh my god, and they're like, oh my god, and you want to hope that Pikachu wins and have a rematch. Obviously the block, you know, the one that his eyes never open, he tells Ash that Raichu evolved too fast and how Pikachu uses agility abilities. So Pikachu works on that, and then next rematch, boom! Pikachu wins against Raichu. I remember that episode because Pikachu's running around in circles and Raichu can't attack it, and it's so good. And then Raichu goes absolutely crazy and does the massive, biggest thunderbolt ever, and all the windows break and everyone's like, ah! And then smoke just slowly disappears, and Raichu's like, ha! I beat Pikachu, and then in the corner of his eye, Pikachu's alive. Bit weird about how he survived. Pikachu stood up on his tail and somehow survived on the Thunderbolt attack. One of the saddest moments as well, another story, where Mew and I remember a movie called The Mewtwo Returns. That made me cry. Where Mewtwo, one of the big Mew, he cloned all these Pokémon, and then at the end of the movie, a massive, super massive battle between all the clones and the original Pokémon, and then you see a clip where Pikachu and Pikachu clone are going, ah, 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 and a bit better than that, and I cried, I felt really sad, and they didn't want to attack each other. Pikachu was going, oh, don't attack me, in his like Pikachu sounds, and you're like, stop it, and I was only young at the time, but I was crying at that. And then eventually Pikachu was like, stop it everyone, and then all of a sudden Mewtwo stopped, and all of a sudden a massive like bomb happened, and then everyone went back to normal. And then there was like a river and a waterfall was at the end, and that was the end, and Ash was like, yeah, I helped that one, and I was like, yeah, nice work. I also remember the cruise ship episode, where it's like a day off for Ash and the crew, and they're in a cruise ship's chilling out. Team Rocket destroyed the ship, and then they was all in trouble. The crew was in trouble. They couldn't get out. I never got to finish that episode because my granddad videotaped that, and when it got to the bit where he was trying to work out what happened, rugby got overtaped. I was watching rugby at the end of that video, so I never got to really find out what happened on that episode. I should find out actually. I also collected Pokémon cards, which is amazing. I had like 200 Pokémon cards, and I remember these like shiny ones. Oh, fantastic. I love Pokémon. I actually found out not long ago that Pokémon had more than one series. I didn't even know that. I don't think I ever watched series 1. Actually, in fact, I've got the theme tune, which I also love. Check this out. Still remember the words? Honestly. Guys, if you haven't watched Pokemon, you're missing out. It's the best series in the world. I could still watch it, you know. So that's my whole point of this Pokemon video, just to tell you that how amazing it is and how I love Pokemon. I still should watch it and still know the theme tune. Yeah, please, if you haven't watched it, I recommend you do. Oh, last thing, remember these 2 Pokemon? Maybe one actually. Jigglypuff, which I think it was like a pink ball, and it went Jigglypuff. Jinx, I think it was Jinx. That did absolutely nothing. It was the most pointless Pokemon in the world. It just stood there. Yeah. I think they got bored by that one and just left it. They couldn't bother to think of any more attacks. Yeah, I think that's it for my Pokemon video. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if you didn't like it, but I liked it, so it's better than nothing, I suppose. I've got a new channel with a collab of people. It's called Razor Calls. I'll put it somewhere around me, where it's like a gaming slash, no, just gaming, a gaming channel where we're all creating. The first one's Minecraft, obviously. I edited the video, which is sorting out right now. So please check out that channel. Subscribe to it if you want. You might want to, you might not to. It's up to you. And that's it for today's video. I'll see you whenever, and bye bye. Check out the video from the Razor Calls channel. Go for it, do it, yeah.